Hi, I'm Daniel McNulty, Director of the PATINS Project. And I'd like to welcome you back to the first episode of PATINS TV for the 2016-2017 school year. It's been a busy summer for the PATINS staff, and Jenna and Glenda already have lots of great topics and vendors already lined up for this year's PATINS TV episodes. We're shooting to keep this year's episodes much more brief than we have in the past. But I do have some important announcements that I'd like to make today. For the past 20 years, PATINS has served Indiana's public K-12 schools with 5 regional site coordinators. Starting last year, we began the move away from those regional site coordinators serving regionally to more of a specialty area based model. And now I'm excited to announce that the PATINS staff is growing and changing in addition to that move towards specialty areas. First, our wonderful Bev Lau at the ICAM retired at the end of June. Bev's service to Indiana's DRMs will be greatly missed, but I'm excited to announce that our own Sandy Staubenfeld, formerly the Southwest Regional Site Coordinator, has decided to move into Bev's position and expand upon it with some more training and classroom type sessions available to DRMs. Additionally, we are continuing to refine our movement away from that regional model and toward specialty areas. As we refine that, our former regional site coordinators will now carry the title of specialists. So rather than being called coordinators, they'll be called specialists, which will be a hard thing to wrap our minds around for a few months here, but I think that term specialist will catch on pretty quickly, and I've heard that they like to refer to themselves actually as special agents. So specialist is the official term there, and our former regional site coordinators will be joined by 3 new specialists as well. So in addition to having their name changed to specialists, there'll be 3 additional specialists. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you 3 of our new specialists and the specialist who will take the place of Sandy Staubenfeld's former position. First, we've got Vicki Walker. Vicki comes to us from the medical world with a variety of educational experiences as well. She will be serving as our deaf and hard of hearing specialist and transition specialist. Then we've got Jessica Conrad, who comes to us from the Special Services of Johnson County and will be specializing in early intervention, AIM technical assistance with special regard to specific formats and conversion and things like that, and she'll be doing some training videos and tutorials for us. Then we've got Rachel Herron, who also comes to us from Special Services of Johnson County and will be specializing in AIM and assistive technology integration into the general ed setting, primary age accessible content authoring, and MAC accessibility and integration in particular. Then we have Bev Sherritt, who comes to us from Hamilton Southeastern Schools, a longtime DRM, and actually you may remember Bev as a former Spotlight DRM back in 2011. I did an interview with Bev back in 2011 because she was an outstanding DRM for her school district. So she brings that experience to us now, specializing in blind and low vision and issues concerning AIM and AT in the IEP system. I couldn't be more excited to welcome our 3 new and our new specialists replacing Sandy Staubenfeld's former position as well. I'm so excited to see what these 4 new specialists are going to be able to offer our classrooms and you and your students. So contact them and get them into your classrooms and working with you and your students. This document will be up on the website and around in various places as well, but it kind of indicates who the staff is now as we grow and change and what the specialty areas are of each specialist. I also want to announce that the 2016-2017 Aiming for Achievement grant is open, but it's only open for another 4 weeks, a little bit less than 4 weeks. It's scheduled to close August 26th. For the last 2 years, we've had amazing success as we've revamped and redesigned this process, and we actually stopped counting the number of times we heard comments like, this student was off diploma track and now they're on diploma track, or we were just weeks away from taking the student off diploma track and now they're reading above grade level. The purpose of this grant is to bring your district up to speed, into compliance with accessible materials. With regard to policy and procedure and workflow, but the real benefit is student achievement. And we've heard comments like, now the student can access their curricular materials, so they're included in all general ed classes, which is carried over into all other aspects of their life, socially and behaviorally, and now the student is doing great things. And so we've heard this so many times, and it's a really great opportunity. So we're looking at accepting about 8 school districts again this year that we'll work with intensively, starting September 16th, which will be a full day of orientation, and then weekly throughout the rest of the school year until we get to the end of the school year, where all teams will come back for kind of a show and tell day for what worked, what didn't work, and showing us data and student samples and case studies. And it's a really fun process. It is a little bit of a extra work, but it pays off. And we've got so much good data from the former teams from the last 2 years that we can share. And so that application process does close on August 26th, so you don't have a whole lot of time. And I want to show you where to find that application on our website. On the left-hand side, under the main menu items, if you go to Services, and if you're on a mobile device, you may not see that left-hand menu. Instead, you'll see 3 lines that we like to refer to as pancakes, and if you click those pancakes, it shows you this same menu. So under Services, if you go to AIM Grant, you'll see a picture of last year's team members when they came back for Collaboration Day. You'll see an article, and then you'll see the application link. And you can read all about the grant process there as well. And as you go into this application process, if you have questions or would like to ask me anything about it or talk to me about it, I'm very open to that. Contact me and I'll be happy to talk you through this process or try to answer any questions that you have. The PATINS 2016 State Conference registration is now open. Hover over PATINS and then go to Announcements. The announcement is right here for the PATINS State Conference, and if you click on that, you'll be able to see a little more information about the State Conference. This year it is on November 2 and 3, same location, historic Crowne Plaza, downtown Indianapolis. One new thing this year, which is really exciting, if you're a special ed teacher and you bring a general ed teacher to our conference, that general ed teacher gets in free, which is a pretty cool thing. So special ed teachers, find your general ed friends and bring them to the state conference this year for free. We really want to make this a conference for educators. And traditionally, historically, we've tended to work mostly with special education staff. But it's really hit me hard this year that we tend to have these conferences that are really general ed conferences and special ed conferences, and at both places we're all talking about including all kids all the time in all places, and yet we still have 2 kind of separate conferences going on. So we want to encourage more general ed staff to come to our conference, and we think they'll find it greatly beneficial. So special ed staff, find some general ed friends and bring them to our conference. They get in free. So those are the big announcements for this year. Look forward to many, many great PATINS TV episodes with Jenna coming back and Glenda organizing many great assistive technology and accessible educational materials types of vendors to come in and show their stuff. So tune in the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays of each month on the PATINS TV YouTube channel.